Good morning, everybody. It's Peter again, Peter and Tweezers, and Stamp Collecting Fun is back with a very short one today. So, what are we looking at today? Well, somebody asked, can you get expensive stamps or good stamps or collectible stamps from the arts and crafts mix? So when you go online and you buy 1,000 stamps for £7, can you get anything worthy? Well, the quick answer is yes, all stamps are worthy if you want them. It depends if you want them or not. If you want absolute minters that are very uber rare and very expensive, then no, it's unlikely, though not impossible, that you would get any of those in an arts and crafts mix. But you can still get very, very nice stamps, which, you know, you'd have to, if you were buying individually, you'd have to pay for. Leaving aside packaging and postaging and stuff, you know, there is still some value, albeit small, to each individual stamp if that stamp is needed to fulfill a need or to fill out a collection or to, for whatever reason you would do it. So what's happened today is that as I was loading my album again with my arts and crafts stamps, I came upon three which I thought were quite interesting, and this is the first one. So we'll have a look at these stamps, and what we'll do is we'll see if there's any value to them on eBay, and we'll find a little bit of information about them, age, etc. So this first one is Suomi, which is Finland. I'm probably pronouncing Suomi wrong, so if you know how to pronounce it, let me know. It's 1M. I'm not sure what the 1M is for. It's red or scarlet, maybe. So I did a little bit of research, and the first thing that came up was it's a coat of arms stamp. That's how you would, if you were searching for it online, you would type in a coat of arms, and you see some sort of lion rampant. And as I looked a little bit deeper, it turned out to be a 1925 stamp. So is that a old stamp? Probably not, but 1925 is 100 years ago. So in terms of a human being, yes, it's a very old stamp. But in terms of stamps generally, because there's so many of them printed, probably not. You can get older stamps. So that's the first one. We move him or her there, and we come to the next stamp. This is going to be quick. And what do we see here? Where we have like a tan or a brown stamp. It's got a figure on it. It says posts per sanes and 6 ch. So that needs to be looked up. It turned out to be older than the Finnish stamp. This is from 1929. Posts per sanes is French. But it's not a French stamp. It is actually a Persian stamp. So you can now see Persia, Iran, as is now. Probably, I don't know for definite the history of Iran or Persia, but I think France had a big involvement in running it or having it as a possession, something similar. And of course people were walking around, the natives were walking around, so to speak, in, dressed up as French people almost, and they're using the French language. So this is a Persian stamp. It is a common, I'm afraid. In fact, you can get 26 of this series on eBay, together with 5 Palestinian and 7 Pakistani stamps, for £1.99, including P&P. So you can build up a nice collection if that's your area, very cheaply. but I found it an interesting stamp. Zero value, probably. There are so many of them. And finally, we have here a British stamp, and this is a 1/2 penny Queen Victoria green. Again, it needed to be looked up. What year? Well, this is the oldest of the three. This is 1901, and it's the Queen for the Queen's Jubilee. It's been cancelled. Actually, quite a nice cancel there. So that may give it a little, just a little bit extra value. If you, for example, live in Croydon or in Kenley in Croydon, you may want this. It would be nice, say, for a student in Kenley High to bring this stamp in for a, when they do showcasing stuff and stuff like that, in lessons and that. So, possibly it's worth, something, but you're not going to get rich on stamps, I'm afraid, unless you if you're willing to pay big bucks for very rare, beautiful, desired, lusted after stamps at auction, then possibly, you will own valuable stamps. Whether they will keep their value is another thing, because the market fell out of stamps like most things in the past. Nobody is particularly interested anymore. Anyway, where is Kenley? Well, it's Croydon. So is that Surrey? I think it is. It's got an aerodrome. It is a suburb of Croydon, so it's probably swallowed up by housing and all sorts of things. But this was from the year 1901. You can pick these up, for £1 with 90p postage, or £1.99 and free postage. So there's no real and great value to stamps. But what is interesting about this is that other stamps that I picked up while I was working on my album, these were the three that jumped out, so I found them interesting. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.